Hello guys, this is a new what if created by me. This original idea of mine. What if Issei was from Ohio? Yes. I will be taking those Ohio memes from TikTok and making it real in this timeline, world, multiverse, or whatever. You see, in the land of Ohio, the strangest place on planet Earth. I can't even call it a place because the place is an anomaly. It's not normal in any way, shape, or form. I'm saying in Ohio, every average citizen in Ohio, when they're a baby, is able to create their own omniverse that contains infinite multiverses. And that's just when they're a baby, and every baby was able to talk in Ohio. And once you reach the age of 20 in Ohio, you stop aging. And because if you're born in Ohio, like if you're an Ohio citizen, you are immortal. Like you're actually truly immortal. Like I'm saying, your body, your mind, and your soul can get destroyed, but you can regenerate that all back into existence. Even existence erasure doesn't work on Ohio citizens, because existence erasure will either not work on them, or they'll just regenerate back into existence. It's every rule, every logic, laws of physics, etc., like life and death, don't apply to Ohio. And that's just the average Ohio citizens. We're not even talking about the heavenly demons of Ohio and the final boss of Ohio. But you see, when Issei was born in his native state, Ohio, Issei, he can already talk, and he chose his name like every average Ohio citizen. And he was already able to create his own omniverse, infinite omniverse at 1 month years old, like every average Ohio citizen, which contained infinite multiverses inside of it. And his parents, who looked like they were in their 20s, but they were 500 eons old. They were 500 eons old. They were congratulating their son on speaking his first words. So when Issei was 1 month, he was able to create his infinite omniverse. Then Issei's parents also taught Issei how to use his powers. Not really powers, it's like every Ohio citizen, they're just not bounded by any rules at all. Like any rules of reality, they're just not bounded by every average Ohio citizen. So outside of Ohio, Issei is pretty much a supreme deity, even to the likes of Great Red and Orpheus. But to Ohio, he's an average citizen. That's how broken Ohio is. But 5 years later, Issei was just walking around the cities of Ohio as Issei saw a gigantic monster full of 7 heads. As Issei and the Ohio citizens ignored it because it's just an average day in Ohio where there's usually monsters or some weird anomaly in Ohio every single day. But usually a regular Ohio citizen could easily just take care of that. And the Ohio citizens are beings of true absolute immortality, so it doesn't really affect them. But this being had how many heads? This beast has 7 heads. I don't know I don't know about the creatures of the heads of this beast, because like I'm not gonna reveal the beast yet until I say its head. So I'm gonna just say a few descriptions of it. It had the heads of a leopard, the heads of a dragon, the heads of a goat, etc. It was a few kilometers bigger than Great Red. This beast was the beast of the apocalypse, the mindless beast that wants to destroy everything. It was the Trihexa. No one was paying attention to this beast, as they was just walking on a normal day. As then Issei saw this beast, he was gonna just walk and do the same thing, because this beast could really do nothing to these people. But then Issei then thought to himself, he wanted to fight this beast. He wanted to see how powerful this beast was, to see it would give him an interesting fight. As Issei merely made a blast of energy from his finger and one-shotted this beast. One-shotted this beast. But because of its regeneration, it would have regenerated. But this was one of Issei's weakest blast. His weakest blast nearly negated the beast of the apocalypse's regeneration, thus killing the beast permanently. Yes, this ended the life of the beast of the apocalypse permanently, as Issei then descended back to the ground. As when people saw him, some were ignoring him, some were praising him because no one would have done that even though they had the power. But yeah, time skip now. At the age, Issei is now currently at the age of 17. Yes, let's get to the fun part. Issei was currently 17 years old, and he saw a note from his parents. As it was a note from his parents, and it basically said, "Dear Issei Hyoto, our only son, we are going to be gone from Ohio for a long time. And we know that you're a very big boy. We know you can take care of yourself. And we won't give you rules to restrict you. So you can travel anywhere around the world. We do not care. I will give you money to provide for you, because to provide for like your entertainment, because you don't really need food or water. But you will need money in case if you're traveling around the world, because I don't want you using your powers around the world, and because I don't want people discovering about Ohio and its land and the anomalies of Ohio, because not the rest of the world can do this. You may think this is normal, but to everyone else, we are gods. We are deities. We are supreme deities. No one can do what we can do. Because if anyone were to get inside of Ohio that are not from Ohio, the max they would be able to survive is a day in Ohio. And if they are able to make it to a week in Ohio, which is the true max, they would go insane. They would lose their sanity because of what goes on here every day. As I said, love you, Issei. As then the note ended off from there. Issei then sends a telepathic message to his parents, and he also tells them that he loves them too. Issei then packs his things, and he's thinking about a location to go. He doesn't want to use instant teleportation, because he wants to know what being on a plane feels like. So he teleports. No, he doesn't teleport. He uses his speed to go inside of the airport in less than sextillion zeros 0.1% of his speed into the airport. That fast. And he gets everything checked in to make sure he doesn't have any weapons, explosive, etc. He gets on the plane and he chills on the plane. 1 hour in the plane heading to Japan. 1 hour in the plane, Issei's asleep. But when he's asleep, he hears a loud explosion. He hears gunshots as there was hijackers of the airplane. There were terrorists as they were screaming, "Everyone wake the fuck up right now!" As they said, if you don't wake the fuck up, we're gonna crash this whole plane. And then the terrorists basically said, okay, here's what's gonna happen. We're gonna kill all the pilots and we're gonna crash this plane into the capital of Japan to assassinate the president of Japan. As when everyone on the plane heard this, their eyes had widened in pure and utter fear. As then one of the passengers said, "Can't you resolve this in another way? Why does it have to affect the president of the country? You know that you'll go to jail for a long time." As then the passenger was about to shoot her as he pressed the trigger. As when the bullet had tried to hit that woman, Issei merely bit the bullet. Yes, he caught it between his teeth. As then he spit it back at the robber faster than the robber's gun had shot the bullet, killing one of the terrorists, not the robbers, the terrorist. As the other terrorist looked down in fear, as he then said, "What happened? How is that possible? How is that possible to catch a bullet between your mouth? You should be dead, or at least your jaw should be disconnected. How is that possible?" And then Issei went up and punched him, punching his head off his body, killing him. As then Issei said, "Don't worry everyone, I'll save the plane. I will be the pilot." As then some people asked Issei, "Wait, do you know how to ride a plane? You know how to drive a plane?" And then Issei said, "Yes, I have pilot school experience, 20 years of piloting experience." He lied as he pulled out a card. Then Issei realized he didn't have to make that a lie. He could make it a truth by the snap of his fingers. That lie he just said, he made it true. He altered reality, making it true. So when Issei was 5, he went to piloting school for 10 years. Yes. So earning his 15 years of piloting when he was 15 years old. So yeah, as Issei then piloted the plane to Japan, releasing everyone as everyone was safe, as they had all thanked Issei with their lives. And then when everyone got off the plane and when they thanked Issei merely snapped his memories because he didn't want any of this to go into the public. He wanted to lay low. He even snapped the memories of him catching the bullet and killing the terrorist. He snapped the memories of the terrorists ever existing. As then Issei got off the plane himself and he reached the closest city in Japan where he was at. He had reached Kuro. This was the place he was gonna reside in. Yes, this is the closest land here. As Issei then said to himself, this is where I will reside in. And maybe this place can entertain me. Not as much as Ohio, but it can entertain me to some degree. And maybe I'll bring that beast back. What was his name again? Right before killing me, I threatened him. As Issei got flashbacks. As Issei said before one-shotting Trihexa, he asked Trihexa what was his name. As Trihexa could talk, and this surprised Issei. As Trihexa then said, my name is Trihexa, the beast of the apocalypse. The beast that will destroy you and destroy everything in all of existence. As then Issei said, blah blah blah, shut up. I don't care. As he one-shotted Trihexa. As then flashback ended, Issei then said, maybe I'll bring back Trihexa for some little fun around the world. I might bring him back just to bring fear, or just for the fun of it. Who knows? Guess Kuro will be my little place I would dwell at for now. Oh, my voice has been so high. Then Issei creates an apartment out of pure nothingness. He creates a luxury apartment out of nothingness. Not a luxury apartment, no. He creates a mansion out of nothingness. And he decides to live there. And this will be the end of this part of What If Issei Was From Ohio, part 1. This will be the end. Sorry if the story wasn't that good. Sorry if my voice was quiet. That's because I wasn't in the mood to record today, but I still recorded because of my throat. I'm still sick. So yeah, bye.